A certain man went down from Jerusalem to Jericho and fell among thieves, which stripped him of his raiment and wounded him and departed, leaving him half dead. This guy who fell among thieves was making the journey from Jerusalem to Jericho. Jerusalem was where we had the temple of God. In fact, if you look at John 4, the discourse between the woman at the well and Jesus, one of the things she said was that you people said Jerusalem is the place of worship. So Jerusalem actually was the place of worship. Now, Jericho was also an industrial city. It was a place of business. Jericho was a market. So this guy was moving from a place of worship towards the market. He was walking away from church to town. He was walking away from consecration to compromise. And every step he made, he was walking away from service towards business. If your Christian life toes this line, that on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, you are walking away from church towards business, one of the days you will find yourself among thieves. Because since you got the contract, your days of coming to church have reduced. You used to come for Sunday services and then come for midweek services and attend all nights. Now you come for Sunday services and the next Sunday. Now you are coming 2 Sundays in a month. Now you are coming only 1 Sunday in a month. You are making a journey away from Jerusalem towards Jericho to the place of business. Make sure your face is not tilted towards Jericho. Solomon, when he was dedicating the temple in Jerusalem, he said, Lord, anybody who stands in the temple and prays, you will hear his voice. But if so be that a person wants to pray and is not even in the temple, wherever he's located, if his face is turned towards the temple, if he prays, you will answer him. This guy's face was turned away from the temple, was walking away from Jerusalem into Jericho. Anybody whose life takes you away from church, takes you away from worship, takes you away from consecration, one of the days you will wake up and you are in the company of thieves. And by chance there came a certain priest that way. A priest was also on that way. A pastor was also on the same road. A pastor who is moving from consecration to compromise. Compromise is that you are not doing the sin, but you are not also right. Like you are dealing with a girl, you are not kissing the girl, but the way the relationship is also not correct. That's compromise. You are in the middle of right and wrong, because when we catch you, you will say, oh, I've not slept with her. And it's true, you've not slept with her. But the way the relationship also is, it's also not pure. So you are in the middle of right and wrong. It's called compromise. A pastor is also on that road. Pastors who don't spend time in prayer, they are into business. A pastor is more business minded than he is spiritually minded, because the pastor is also on the road away from Jerusalem. Pastors who don't pray, the pastor is praying in his car on the way to work, having quiet time on your phone while you are driving to work. His face is not turned towards Jerusalem. His face is turned towards Jericho, a place of business, because the pastor is more a businessman than a man of God. Lady pastors who are more slay queens, because their face is turned away from the place of consecration. She is more into Jericho. She is more into business. She is more into old school men. She's in Jericho. You meet the pastor, he's more a politician than he's a man of God, because the priest is also on the same way as the guy who fell into it. That's why one day a pastor will be among thieves, because he's not consecrated. He's focusing on business and is into town. The problem was that not only the pastor, the Levite was also on that road. That is the singers, the instrumentalists, the worship stars, the dancing stars, the airport stars. All of them are on that road. That's why you cannot call for an evening meeting and church members, they come. They are in Jericho. When you call for prayer meeting, choristers are not available. They are going to do business. I will say prayer meeting. Instrumentalists are more into the world. The guy is using Daddy Lumba to practice his chords. The Levite is also on the road.